A man is arrested for felony marijuana.
A woman is out of jail this morning for allegedly selling marijuana.
Dispensary is charged with felony possession of marijuana.
Father and son tonight are facing charges. Discovered 2 pounds of marijuana.
30-some-odd years later, cannabis is being legalized in New York State.
Biggie Smalls is the illest. What? Biggie Smalls is the illest. Live from Bed-Stuy, son, the livest one, representing BK to the fullest.
When I first heard about the legalization of marijuana,
recreational marijuana is now legal in New York.
New York took a monumental step forward in legalizing recreational marijuana.
New York State just announced a first-of-its-kind plan to get legal marijuana stores up and running in the state.
Hey, you know what? This could be a great opportunity for me to get involved in after my retirement. So when I retired in 2022, I already had my cannabis license. Then I built my team, sought out investors, and then we found a location in Clinton Hills, Brooklyn. And that was enough inspiration for me right there. It don't get much better than Clinton Hills, Brooklyn.
Let me take you out behind the scenes of the build-out. See, we're one of the first black dispensaries, or dispensaries period, in this neighborhood. I'll show y'all inside.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average.
Arch right there, specialized in audio, video. He does a lot of concert work. One of the investors in the business, a good friend, Alton. My partner right here, extraordinary, my man Mike Brooks, businessman.
Let's go with
wine sommelier. That's why I'm called my wine sommelier, because he's pretty good with the wine business. But he transitioned over to cannabis with me, and we're gonna make it pop here right here, Clinton Hills, Brooklyn.
Hi, Seth.
This is the man right here in charge of the construction, Mr. Shaw. Fantastic. We argue every other day, which is a good thing, because we always like to voice our opinion about construction, which is fine. No, we love that. Yeah, man. Again, this is iconic. Yeah. This is crazy, man. This is where Biggie used to live back in the days, again, back when he spoke about what he did, back when he was in Bed-Stuy / Clinton Hills. That's right, 226 St. James Place, man. Iconic address, iconic corner, memorable times, and again, how more fitting can it be to create a cannabis dispensary?
Legal.
Cannabis dispensary a few yards down from where Biggie grew up at, man. So we just want to honor him, because one of his famous lyrics is live from Bed-Stuy, son, the livest one, and he rep BK to the fullest.
Victory over drugs is our cause, a just cause, and with your help, we are going to win.
Because of the war on drugs, there was a narrative created around marijuana. It had a bad stigma for those who engaged in the use of cannabis. So it really had made people paint it with a broad brush of negativity. So we said we're gonna redefine cannabis, we meaning myself and my partners.
Oh man, what an amazing place and time for us, because Good Batch is so gracious to allow us to be here just to have a conversation around the newest dispensary in the neighborhood by any other name. And Jasmine's gonna really break down exactly the thinking, the strategy as to how we came up with the name, again, by any other name.
A good place to start is the idea of ethos and meaning.
Yes.
Because a brand name, and like any name, can stand for so many different emotions, feelings, vibrations of who we are as people. And by any other name really stands for and stands in for the story of cannabis within Black communities for the last 100+ years. Also now looking at shifting the wealth into the hands of formerly incarcerated humans, that this is a very complex industry to look at naming it. So I'll start there. You know, when we first met, that's how we approached it. You know, we really wanted to look at this through a realistic lens, but also how it becomes aspirational, how it becomes owned and connected. So by any other name stands for really all the names that cannabis holds, both in its excellence, its terrifying history, in its connectivity, in its healing potentials, all of the things that it holds.
That's rich, man. I'm sure you guys got a great snippets of the way they comments from yourself.
You know, what God has for you can't nobody take away.
Amen.
And once I met this young lady, and now hearing her vision, hearing her story, actually we're gonna probably hire her to do our do our branding for our tiny homes. But I'm gonna tell you something excited about the grand opening. I'm excited about being the first legal, keyword legal, cannabis dispensary in the area.
A legal cannabis dispensary in the neighborhood, and that's what we did. So we kind of held our heads down, and we ran full steam ahead. We didn't want to just be like any other cannabis dispensary. Not better than or less than, just we didn't want to be like any other cannabis dispensary. So what we said was, we want to have that low Manhattan, Soho boutique feel. This is it, man. I thought the day would never come for us to open our dispensary.
Who's hot, who not? Tell me who rock, who sell out in the stores.
I would be remiss if we didn't include the folks who's responsible, specifically responsible for the amazing design that you'll see in a minute.
Well, I think the mindset, we design off what our clients are thinking.
As Naya said, it's about, one of the things that stood out to us was your experience and your relationship to cannabis, and just like historically the relationship of, people of color to cannabis and their experiences. So we kind of like dug deep and thought about, well, maybe we can make a statement out of that.
So I guess I'll end by saying this. I just want to thank God for giving me the opportunity and having a vision to do the things I've done in my life, and then now on the ground floor of an amazing opportunity that's slated to be a multi-billion-dollar industry. So now it's not about me making a whole bunch of money. Again, it's about impacting the culture, impacting my community, creating a legacy for my family and from my partners and my family's family. The ego will make you think it's about you. It's not about you. So it's about who I'm impacting as I'm doing what I'm doing, and being intentional about impacting people rather than letting it happen, like they call it happenstancely, if you will. So I just want to make sure I can be a light to any and everyone who's looking to go from a dim light situation to a real good space in their life. And I think I've been called to do that, honestly. You're welcome. My name is Ted Crawford, co-founder of By Any Other Name Dispensary in Clinton Hills, Brooklyn. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned and listen in.